Recorded live in Morgantown, West by God, Virginia, and across the world, with your hosts, Kevin Jones, John Flowers, and our lovely co-host, Ashley. This is the Final Forecast Podcast.
Welcome to another episode of Final Forecast with me, your host, Jay Flo. Got KJ is not here with me. Lovely co-host Ash.
That's me.
Is this the second one KJ's missed in a row?
This is.
Yeah, he's acting like you, Ash. Sheesh. What's going on?
I only missed one, not two.
You missed one.
To be fair, one got deleted.
That's true. That is true.
So that's what, 4?
No.
Dave's here.
Hello.
Big shout out to Dave, man. He's coming up in the world. Got some promotions
Yeah.
at WVU.
I'm also eating chicken tenders.
You're eating while we're recording, David.
Got some.
Yeah, but I know when to not chew it into the microphone like John.
Trying to get your props here. But this is what happens when you join J Flow Entertainment. You know what I mean? You just move on up in the ranks. Ash, promotion, new job, lots of money. Dave, promotion, and a new job, lots of money. Becoming his own boss.
Nice.
Love it, Dave. Keep going.
Thank you.
Not to mention all of our interns. Shout out to Ethan Bock.
Big
job.
time. Big
Big
time.
promotion. Big time. He might be the voice of the Mountaineers, or the Twitter fingers of the Mountaineers.
We called him Big Time Bock earlier because he was going to be here for 7:30, but now he'll be here at 8.
He will be
Who?
joining us.
Oh, Ethan's joining us today?
Yeah.
Crazy. I didn't know that.
He had
Dave,
to
you
work with
might
his agent.
Dave, you mind filling me in on our guest before you invite him on the show?
Yeah, so this little twerp applied for our show a few years ago, and he's been a big pain in the ass, and now people like his tweets or whatever. So I don't know. People seem to like Ethan. I don't know what.
He's the
Sorry,
Twitter-
I channeled another
Listen.
website just describing Ethan.
That is true. Is that how they describe him?
the Twitter
Oh, yeah.
fingers of the Mountaineers. KJ's playing a game. Back to KJ told you had a game right now?
Yeah, he said he has like game and practice all week.
That man is
Oh, he
busy,
has a
busy,
practice.
busy.
Not really. I think it's just the time.
Yeah.
But I'm learning that now. Basketball is the easiest job you probably could have got. You practice for 3 hours a day, and you just chill the rest of the day. Take a nap.
That is an interesting thought because most of us, grinding 9 to 5.
Yeah, 3 hours a day. 4, maybe 5 hours a day. Maybe, if you really are dedicated like KJ.
Yeah.
But for 2 of those hours, you're getting a massage or an ice bath.
Ooh, that sounds like a spa day.
It is. Yeah, it is. Pretty cool. But
How are
shout out
you
to
adjusting,
KJ.
John, with your new career life?
I mean, it's cool, man. You get to help people, invest their money, and a lot of the times you're the first call when like life-changing events happen, like new babies or
True.
bad things. So it's kind of a big step, but I like helping people, so it works out.
I think it's a good fit for you because you're a relationship person.
Exactly. That's why I was looking for a job where I could, talk to people, go out, meet new people, and stuff like that. So
Good for you.
that's what I landed on since Dave couldn't get the Final Forecast blown up to where we needed to be. This was
It's almost like you every year. Like, yeah, I'll get out there and I'll sell it, give you a rate card, and then you're like, oh.
Dave, I've been here in the States for a year. You gave me a rate card last year. Fact or fiction, Ash? When did the rate card come out?
I've given you one for the last 3 years.
Oh, you have?
Literally
not.
have. It was
So-
the same one. Send it to you.
You're a liar. A liar. Well, whatever, though. But if Dave, this was my retirement plan, and Dave didn't believe in himself until recent. So
It's all right. It's not too late, John. It's not too late.
yeah.
Still turn this into something.
I mean, yeah, we got the Final
John?
Forecast tailgate for next year. It's coming
John was
up.
able to give back to his school and school the kids on Financial Literacy 101.
Oh yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I got to go speak to, my young brothers at WVU about finance, gave them a little class, investing 101.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so that was cool, giving back.
Were you talking to the athletes or like the kids in general?
The basketball team.
Nice. Okay. Yeah. You know what? This is what they need because I can't remember who we were talking to, but I asked that question. I'm like, do they give you guys guidance? Like, is there somebody there that you can kind of lean on a little bit for advice? And it's like, no, it's here's the money. Have fun. You know what I mean? There's no one there kind of guiding them, so to speak.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I know what I would have did for sure.
Oh, I think we all know what we would have done. Would have had a freaking Range Rover in the fucking parking lot.
Remember, John got sworn at for free. Trademark Final Forecast.
Trademark.
I got cussed out for free.
That's it.
Sworn out? Is that what he just said?
Mm-hmm.
Australian shit.
I got cussed out for free.
Dave, can we make that shirt? Can we mock that up?
You can do whatever you like.
That's what I mean. Like, have opportunities to blow up the show, and Dave is just like, oh, do it yourself. Whatever. So, WVU football.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we haven't talked since when? Did we talk about the last game? When?
We did not talk about this past game. We have not talked about the Houston game because I don't think we recorded last week.
Yeah.
Because everybody's schedules were crazy. Oh my God. I just don't even know where to begin.
Let's start in Houston.
Okay.
We should have won that game.
We should have won that game. There, no questions, nothing. We should have won that game.
I mean, I know I was pissed. So if I was pissed, Ash, I know you would probably you probably had to go for a walk or something.
You already know how, like, red-faced. I might have thrown some things. That might have happened.
So who are we blaming that on?
Me personally, okay, there has to be blame placed on Garrett Green. Why the fuck did you take off that helmet? Why?
Here we go. Our rage against Garrett Green again.
I'm sorry, but it had... Okay, I'm not usually a slippery slope person. However, that was the catalyst for everything that happened after that. That game was in the bag.
So wait, how many yards is it?
15. Or was it 25? It was 15, I think. And then...
So you believe that 15 yards cost us the game?
I think it was just enough. I think it was just enough to put the wheels in motion of everything that happened after that. Honestly, it was a miracle with what happened with them to begin with. However, had that not happened, those things would not have followed. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, I don't know. That's a tough one. That's one of those, like, if this would have happened, and this would have happened.
Well, and that's why I say normally I'm not a slippery slope person, but I feel like this one you kind of have to go there, right?
The quarterback was like 15 for 15 before that throw.
I mean, here's the thing too, right? We also had a lot of players out because TCU beat the shit out of us where we had injured players left and right. Which, by the way, I didn't know this. There's actually a Reddit thread going around where other teams in the Big 12 have basically brought it to everyone's attention. Anytime TCU plays a team, there seems to be a lot more injuries than there would be if you played against anyone else.
Are you saying they're on steroids? What are you saying?
I'm not sure if it's that or if they're encouraged to go there. You know what I mean? Like, there's no hesitation to go balls to the wall.
Are there, like, dirty plays, or?
Right? Like, I mean...
That's a different conversation. Like, if there's dirty plays and people are getting hurt, then that's a bounty thing. But if there's not dirty plays, then...
Right.
You know, can't really say anything. Ash muting the shutter dogs up.
Sorry. Could you hear them, like, basically fighting in the background? I was trying to stop it, but anyways.
Where's Joe?
He's at work. He works till 3 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, dang.
Secret family.
Why would you say that? That's so- I mean, I was thinking it. I wasn't gonna say it.
It's okay. I'll be the mistress. I'm okay with that. Is what it is.
She's got the ring now. She doesn't care.
Facts. That's how it goes. Get a ring, anything can happen.
I mean,
Or you can't do anything. It goes one or the other. One way or the other.
I'm cool with where we're at. It's fine. He's got a secret family out there. He's working real hard to keep it secret. So
Facts.
Good for
As long
you,
as
dude.
So as long as you don't find out, man.
that's it. Yeah, as long as I'm not
okay.
aware of it, right? It's all about perception.
Cool. All right. Dana was pissed off at first. He thought he was gonna lose. Looked like he was gonna throw up, and then they didn't show him after, but pretty sure he was happy.
I'm sure he was. And that's the other part, right? Like the first time we play Houston, and not just Houston, but like Dana Holgerson's team, which we should have won no matter what.
Definitely.
It's just, that's shitty. That is shitty.
So did we lose because of injuries? If we would have had,
I honestly think if we would have had our like everyone that we should have had, that there would be no questions about it.
Was it defensive players? That's what we needed, defense.
I think it was a mixture of both, honestly. Hang on, let me see what the injury report was.
Garrett Green, is that versus Houston?
Yeah.
Oh, that's rushing, passing. Garrett Green, 391 yards.
Yeah, he
The
did.
boy's
too
nice.
shabby.
Nah, he's nice. I keep trying to tell y'all, like, y'all wanted Nico.
I will say he's like they need to let him air it out a little bit more because he can throw.
Just a little bit. The rumor is they're gonna have green night on the senior night. So everyone's gonna wear green.
Green? I don't know about that. That doesn't really
never
go.
happen.
I was gonna say it
That's
does
the
not go
rumor.
with Mountaineer colors.
That's Marshall colors. We'd never do that.
They're saying that everyone loves Garrett Green so much that that's what they want to do. They want to just everyone wear green. So don't shoot the messenger.
But who's
Just
saying this?
on senior night. Dave, you know I got an ear to the streets. I go to the tailgates. I drink apple pie. You know I know what's going on. They're telling
John's
me
privy to the gossip.
They're all wearing green for senior night. So
I highly doubt that they're going to wear green.
just letting you know what they told me, brother. But should have won that one. That would have made it 5-0 win streak. So that one kind of hurt. Flash forward to Saturday. Were we supposed to win that game? Were we favored?
I don't know what the odds were on that game. I will say we both had the same win-loss record. It was a evenly matched game as far as stats are concerned.
Who do we play? Texas Tech, right?
Oklahoma State.
I was there, but I wasn't there.
I get what you're saying.
Oklahoma State.
Odds. Let's see. Oh wow, we were a 3-point favorite. Holy shit.
So we gave that away at home. We're not supposed to. I mean, we were undefeated at home before.
We should not be losing games at home. That's for sure.
It's Oklahoma. I mean, we were favored, so Oklahoma can't be that good, right?
Right? Well, that's what's crazy though. I didn't think they were supposed to be very decent either, but I mean, they weren't showing any what's the word I want to use? They weren't bad.
Yeah.
Like they weren't making stupid decisions. They weren't, dropping balls or making, stupid decisions, bad turnovers, things like that. So
I think someone said their running back rushed for like 150 yards in the second half.
Dude, I think he had 300 yards the entire game. Like, in what world did we let someone fucking put 300 yards on us? Our defense did not show up Saturday. Don't know what happened, but they decided, well, I shouldn't say that. I think they showed up for the first half. I think they got really tired in the second half of the game. Like, they were out there a little too much. There was not enough,
Missed tackles.
there was lots of missed things.
Boy Green threw for 250 yards.
Not bad.
15 for 30, 50%. 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Dang. And he rushed for some touchdowns, too. I mean, he was looking like Pat White a little bit. You know what I mean?
I wouldn't say that. I would say he looks like a quarterback that runs the option.
I was getting kind of hyped, so I don't know. So
I do think he has a lot of potential, but I think they're going to have to open that playbook up for him a little. Like, they're going to have to give him more to choose from. Like, there's got to be more at play. You know what I mean? Because he does. And what's crazy is, okay, so you're telling me this man could throw this ball the entire time? And we just didn't let him? Is that what's going on?
I think I'm going on a limb here. If we win the last 2 games, Neil would have been good for next year.
Probably.
That would have made it, what, 7 in a row?
6 in a row. It would have been 6 in a row.
Houston would have made it.
Right?
5.
3.
Yeah, Houston would have made it 5.
5 in a row.
It would have been 6. Oklahoma would have been 6.
Well, we had 3 in a row.
No, we have 4 in a row.
Did we have 4 in a row? Oh, my God. Jesus. Okay, yeah, we had 4 in a row. That would have been 5. Yeah, that would have been 6. You're right.
Oh, I thought you was going to challenge. You want to?
I'm not going to challenge you, John.
Oh, cool.
Not if you're wrong or right.
I'm always right, though, so that's the irony of that.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Always Mr. Right.
So they're saying that Neil, they might not win another game for the rest of the season.
I mean, the rest of the schedule is tough.
Who
Let's
we got?
talk about it.
Who's next?
UCF.
Who are they?
Okay,
They
University of Central Florida. I don't know how they are this year. I haven't been paying attention. Oh, they're 3 and 4. Okay,
Yeah.
that's doable. That's doable.
They're in the Big 12?
Yeah, yeah. So this year, remember, Cincinnati, Houston, UCF, and Colorado all got added.
Dang, so why are we not playing Colorado?
I don't. Or were they added this year or are they added next year? I know that they're a part of the Big 12. Maybe it was Colorado State. Hang on.
Yeah, Colorado State. Dion and them. Is that Colorado State? Yeah, that's Colorado State.
Maybe it's Colorado then. It's not Dion.
It is Dion.
Are you sure? Are you sure?
Are you challenging me?
Maybe.
I mean, if we had any type of producer, he would have played the Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
Okay, Colorado's not been added yet.
Idiot.
So UCF, Houston, and Cincinnati, and BYU got added this year. Yeah, okay, so Colorado comes back in 2024.
So is it Colorado or Colorado State? Is it Dion?
It's Colorado.
Is it Dion?
Yes. It is Dion. So Dion will be joining us in the Big 12 next year.
So I was right and wrong.
Yeah, you were right that it was Dion. You were wrong that it was Colorado State.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So
Good
anywho,
chance.
yeah, we had some teams that got added this year, which I think helps us out in a way because they're not like the best of the best. However, we do have a tough schedule because we still haven't played the big players in the Big 12 yet. Like, we haven't played Baylor yet. We haven't played Texas. We have not played Oklahoma.
Baylor's good?
What are the odds on this UCF game? I don't see. Okay, so UCF Knights 3 and 4, college football's 5th ranked running game. No shit. Meet the West Virginia Mountaineers and their 24th ranked rushing attack on Saturday. The Knights are 7-point favorites. Ouch.
Where's this at? In Florida?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're 7-point favorites and they're 3 and 4.
They might have just flipped the schedule. Like, they probably played all the hard teams first.
Oh, touche. I think you're right.
But
We'll see what happens. Anything can happen, man.
we'll see what happens. Everything is bearable with a little bit of apple pie.
Hey, big time Bock. What?
Nice
That's what
to
we call
you
you
guys.
now. That's what we call
we
you
said,
now. Big
we
time.
said 7:30, but he turns up at 8:02.
Things come up. Things come up.
What's
Big
her name?
Bock.
What's her name?
Yeah, big time Dave.
Big Bock, little in the building.
No.
Oh
You gotta
my God,
mix
that was
up,
good.
John.
What's going on, E? How's the new job?
It's good. It's going.
That's what's up.
I mean, it'd be nice to actually do my job on the actual game of basketball and not the dramatics right now, but we're almost there.
So I feel like you're what Vomit wants to be. Like you're like the inside, like players like write to you directly and say, "Hey, I didn't want to go to study hall," stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like you get the first scoop of all like everything. Is that fair to say?
I guess you could say that. Hey, it's
It
your
is
word,
true.
John. It's your words.
Yeah, like the TMZ of or the
TMZ Bock, Ethan MZ.
Look at that.
Wait.
I'm not even reading it.
Oh
Hey,
my
good.
God, I have to.
I mean, it's like a backhanded compliment.
It really is.
Hey,
you know
he
what?
has-
That's
he
kind
has
of like
my
a.
picture in his phone, though. Think about that.
That's true. That's true. I assume this is not like just a picture circulating in the media, is it?
That's
No.
crazy. Like I really said that. Like,
So for
So-
people listening, are you going to read it out, John?
yeah, you can read it there.
So our friends at the Voice of Something
Our
tweeted a
friends?
picture
Is
of
that what we're calling that now? We're friends?
Vomit,
Sure.
vomit,
our besties at
pig vomit.
we're the besties at the Voice. Tweeted a picture of Ethan saying, "How did this dork become the most popular person on WVU Twitter? Truly shocking underdog story."
How you feel?
Hey,
about
I
that?
overcame all the odds, apparently.
I know, right?
I mean, for a while we were kind of worried, and assumed you would probably just like, you know.
I
hurt
mean, he's
yourself
basically
in an accident.
insinuating that Ethan came from the bottom when Ethan was never at the bottom. Like, what are you talking about?
I mean, he was at the
Grinding my
bottom.
way up.
When he came to the final forecast, he wasn't shit. I mean, he
Ethan
was
was
a
young
loser.
when he came to us. He
I
I
was
mean,
young.
talk about pathetic. I mean, he just came in, didn't want to talk. Dave had to work with him. Good job, Dave, with grooming this young
Good
man.
job,
That's
Dave.
true. Mentor Dave.
'Cause he didn't want to do shit. Did we have his first episode, Dave?
Well, I did tell him to shut up and not speak for a
Oh,
while
yeah.
because I was like, part
Who's
of
this
the
dork?
part of it is like knowing when to speak and not just jumping in and talking over. So Ethan picked that up pretty quickly, and
Yeah. Took Deshaun a year to figure that out.
excuse me, can I talk? That's the first like 20 episodes of the show.
Oh my God, that's funny. So wrong.
What is it he used to say?
Shout out Deshaun.
What does he used to say?
Friend of the show.
No, whatever and such and forth or something like that. I forget what it was. Whatever so in the third or whatever, something like that. He would always say that.
I
Shout out
miss
to
Deshaun.
Deshaun.
Yeah.
Everybody's moving. I mean, he went from the final forecast to the Knicks to WVU assistant coach. I mean, everybody who's here at the final forecast just moves on up in the world.
We got Deshaun on a homecoming video last week. That was great. Using his vocal talents.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't see it. Did I see it?
Yeah,
That was a
could have
good
been-
video.
It could have been better.
Did you use the No Place Like Home song like every...
No.
And I'm so tired of that fucking song.
So sick of it. And Dave probably used, because Dave's corporate, so he doesn't have any other ideas.
He's like,
to
I gotta
make-
follow the trends, man. This is
to
the
make-
trends right now. I gotta follow the trends.
Is that my voice?
That's your voice. That's my impression of you. You like
Hey
it?
guys, it's Ashley. I used to be on the radio.
I have a very deep voice. My God.
Hey guys, it's Ash.
Make me breathe heavy like a fat person. It'd be great.
Hey guys, it's Ash. Welcome back, Ethan.
I know.
So, Ethan, how did you find out about the Raekwon? Did you drop the story?
No, the basketball program put a statement out. They got the email back from the NCAA yesterday that Raekwon got denied.
For what
Coach
reason?
Coach Eilert and his staff will appeal immediately, and then they go from there.
So
Is
what was the
is an appeal like? I mean, honestly, like a part of me is like, what's the point, right?
Yeah, the appeal in college athletics now just seem like a cry for help.
Yeah.
You're just doing it to do it. I think very rarely will cases get reversed, but
And that's
there's
my concern.
yeah, there's been times where people denied, especially with North Carolina football, they appealed their wide receivers' decision and then they got it reversed. So it can happen, but it takes a lot. That's the issue.
Is he out for the remaining of this year or the whole season?
The entire season, if the appeal stands.
That's wild.
That is
He
so
has
sad.
1 year. He has 1 year of eligibility, and it's either this year he plays it or next year.
I'm so confused about what you're talking about. Oh, so he can't play it this year.
He can't. No.
How old is he?
22, 23.
So it could be your boy all over again. Hopefully he likes to go to study hall.
My concern is, how does this work? So the NCAA essentially is doing something kind of fucked up in a way. So if Raekwon can't play,
Kinda.
more than kinda. Raekwon can't play. Obviously, WVU is not going to hold on to that scholarship. They're going to use it. In which case, Raekwon's not going to pay for his own school. Like, you know what I mean? Like, then what? So then he doesn't get an education either.
Yeah. Well, I mean, luckily for him, he'll still be on scholarship. It'll just be like it would almost be like a red shirt.
I was going to say,
Kind
okay,
of
or like
deal.
if someone is like injured or
Yeah.
something. Okay.
Yeah.
He probably got a lot of NIL money and pay for school. You know what I mean?
That's fucked, dude. I don't understand. And there's no reason given.
The NCAA can't give reasons.
What do you mean they can't give
Why
reasons?
can't
If they gave reasons, it would make better sense.
They can't. Well, they never will give reasons out, and they just don't like to be transparent anyway.
We know that.
My theory is that it gives teams, if they did give reasons back why players got denied, it would give other teams an advantage in the future of like what excuses they could use.
Right. Okay. I mean, that makes sense. But at the same time, from what you've seen in NCAA basketball, let's just talk basketball, no football, just basketball. From what you've seen, similar situations with other schools who've been granted waivers. Is there that going on?
Yeah, I would say up until this fall, there's been a lot more denials this season coming around. It just depends on the student athlete situation. Some kids have had family members sick or passing away, and the NCAA will clear them, and in other cases they won't. It seems like they just flip a coin at this point. They just need to NCAA needs to decide to either approve everybody or just deny everybody and have people
Agreed.
sit out. It needs to
Yeah.
go one way
It's
or
just
another.
phenomenal that this body is a monopoly, accountable to nobody, that can decide if a kid has to wait an entire year to be able to play a sport they want in their college education.
Agreed.
Like, that is just wild to me. And I know that there are some rules, so like people just don't hop back and forth. But this whole mess has been caused by a lack of clarity from these people that won't be held accountable. It is phenomenal.
I'm with you, dude. I think that's my problem with it. Phenomenal. I think that's my biggest problem. That's probably one of my biggest problems with it is it would have been different had they made this announcement at some point like, hey, guys, just a heads up, we're not going to be granting waivers this year. So if you've already transferred, don't fucking bother.
Yeah. They decided to do that until all the basketball guys entered the portal.
Exactly.
They didn't wait, and I understand why Raekwon got denied. He's not a grad transfer. He's transferred multiple times, but what the staff submitted his waiver early September, and we're 2 weeks out of the season. Mm-hmm. Like I want to know what they do in those offices every day. Monday
That's what
through
I want to
Friday.
know.
I mean, there's no way. I know there's a lot of waivers they have to go through, but 6 weeks to get additional information from staff, and I get that, but 2 weeks before the season, that's not enough time.
Agreed.
So is hold Jose Perez gonna be able to play at Arizona?
Yeah, because he sat
Yeah.
out all last year. He didn't play.
Yep. Jose's going to be eligible day one, game one.
Yeah, that's a
He's a
pretty
grad
stupid
transfer.
rule. I don't get it. I thought it was just if you transfer, you got to. Whatever. I'm over it. We'll be all right though. Some players got to step up. What players do you see stepping up?
You're going to have to see Seth Wilson step up, Kobe Johnson, Josiah Harris. I think those three are. All three of those have to.
I mean, they've been here the longest out of everybody, right?
Yep.
Oh, yeah, got to step up. I think Josiah Harris will step up, hopefully. I mean, he has the most potential out of everyone you named. Deshaun's recruit, kid from Israel. It's pretty good.
Offrey.
I'm sorry, what's his name?
Ofrey.
What's his name? I'm sorry.
Ofrey.
All right.
Is that okay?
Nav. I'm calling him Nav.
The Nav.
He played over in Israel, and I know overseas it's just a different type of game. They teach their kids how to play the right way. You know what I mean? He's 6'6". I think he could step in right away and be a impact player. Just because
Nice.
I know he's probably played against a lot of professionals overseas as a youngin.
Was Raekwon our last waiver? Is that the last one?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Big
So
time
Kara Chris is
loss.
playing. We got Jesse Edwards is able to play. Okay.
No, wasn't
Wait. Why is he still
Cook?
listed?
Cook's good.
we had another waiver. Someone else was waiting.
Noah Farrakhan, but they're not going to try with him because he's transferred 2 times now, so it's going to be the same situation.
So I'm going to try.
No.
All right.
So are these players just gonna warm the bench for the season? How's this work?
Well,
Raekwon
got-
Battle leaves after this season.
And what
I'm
happens?
gonna
I'm
be
here. Can I just
so-
run a little scenario? What
Yeah,
happens if we do play him?
what happens if West Virginia plays Raekwon is in
Yeah.
6 years.
What if we just say fuck it?
In 6 years, the NCAA will vacate the wins. They'll take down any banner that they win.
Fuck it.
Recruiting, I'm sure they'll have a recruiting violation in there. If this was Kansas, that's what they would do. But if it's West Virginia or Oklahoma State, it would probably be a death penalty.
Yeah, because then they'll take the number of scholarships you can have for years in the future, so we will really suck in the future.
So apparently
but
political
so
pressure.
how do they control our scholarships? It's our money.
But they're the NCAA.
So that's if we recognize them as you know what? I'm going to take this as a situation if only we recognize them as the governing body. I don't recognize them as the governing body. So we're going to do what we want to do.
So we're gonna go play in the NIT. And
So
not the
I
NCAA
think that
tournament?
we get everyone else to agree with us and say, fuck the NCAA. Let's do what we want to do.
Ash has
What's
become
up,
Ash has become a
Ash?
sovereign citizen.
I love it.
People
Ash.
on TikTok, they're like, I don't have to drive with a license because this is a commercial. I've on a rabbit hole of sovereign citizen TikTok. It's wild.
I love it, Ash.
Ash, you're the pioneer of disbanding from the NCAA.
Unionize.
I got this. Yeah, let's 100% let's unionize.
Yeah.
Well,
I
we
like
will
it.
nominate a person or peoples, you know what? Because it's got to be a collective. People who don't have vested interests, by the way, who will manage this thing.
The new
And we no
NCAA.
longer recognize the NCAA. Done.
Well, it costs a lot of money to set up all this stuff.
So attorney.
I mean, whose do you got to suck around here?
Yeah.
Ethan, do you?
Whoa.
So the Attorney General of West Virginia, Patrick Morrissey, tweeted from his campaign account. So I have to tell people that the campaign account is not the official state position. So take that with a grain of salt when he says stuff like this. But he weighed
Okay.
in on it, and apparently it was political pressure that helped North Carolina, right, Ethan?
Correct.
So here we have Ash. Do you want to read that? Because people are
Sure.
talking about it now.
Okay. The recent decision to deny Raekwon Battle's eligibility to play basketball at WVU this season raises serious legal issues that demand answers. Like many WVU fans and citizens of West Virginia, I was dismayed by this move and am hopeful it can still be fixed in time for the 2023-24 season. At WVU Hoops, by the way. We are engaged on this matter and will be weighing in more formally in the days ahead. We want to make sure the right things happen for Raekwon and WVU, and that the action taken is consistent with the rule of law. As the Attorney General of West Virginia, I take our antitrust authority seriously and will take all appropriate steps to ensure our laws are followed.
Ooh, who is this guy? I like this guy. Who is this?
That's
who is
Patrick
this?
Morrissey. He's our Attorney General.
From his campaign account, caveat, not his state account.
Is he running again? Is there an election coming up?
He's running for governor, so that's
He's
why.
Oh.
He's got my vote. If you get Raekwon Battle, I promise you.
You'll get votes.
I like this guy.
This is basically what North Carolina did with the transfer situation they had on the football side, where
They got a
people,
politician involved?
yeah, they got politicians involved, and then on the appeal, the NCAA all of a sudden approved the waiver and said that North Carolina provided information they didn't have before, which everybody called bullshit on. So
Did we
See, you just
do
gotta
that
get
with?
some lobbyists involved. That's usually how you get shit done.
Did we do that with Raekwon? I mean, Jose.
That
no,
thing.
no, I don't think any government official got involved with Jose.
I've never seen a government
Everybody just
official
made signs.
get involved. This is the
Well.
first time I've ever seen one.
We'll see what happens. Who we got first?
Missouri
First
State.
do you-
Missouri State next 2 Monday or shit. I don't even know what the date is anymore. 2 Mondays.
plays-
Ethan,
How
we
we
have a
play-
charity game Friday, my dude.
Talking about, bro. He's
Oh, I thought
more.
you
in
were
the-
talking about the first game of the year, not the charity
than-
exhibition.
I mean, if we lose that one, all games count, bro. It's not like, come on, it's not an exhibition. We're starting. We're getting the ball rolling here. George Mason, then Missouri State. How we faring out against those two?
They should win without Raekwon.
What's
I
our
mean,
first test? Our first test is in the tournament, you think?
Yeah, I think first test is SMU, and then Virginia, Wisconsin, and Florida.
What are you expecting from Jesse Edwards and Kirk? Chrisa.
I'm expecting all Big 12 production from those two now without Raekwon. The ball's going to
Honorable-
have to go through both of them.
Honorable mention or?
I think Jesse makes a team. I think Kerr's honorable mention, but I think Jesse makes a team.
Yeah, I think Jesse.
He's going to have to
makes-
put up big numbers.
I think Jesse makes a team. He has to. I mean, I'm having like from my experience just playing against him, watching him play. He doesn't really like block shots, so that might be a factor. Like everybody can't be like me and be like a defender and a great shooter and play on both sides of the ball. I mean, he's unstoppable offensively. Like because he's so long. So I mean, they're gonna have to double team him every game. It's just who are we gonna pass the ball to?
He'll have to play careful too, because there's no depth on this team at all. So he can't pick up 2 quick fouls in the first half.
What do you think about Ali?
He's gonna. I think Ali will be big for collecting fouls. On it, that's not a bad thing. That's not a bad thing.
That's
It's
his role. I mean, Cam Thurman
his
did it.
role.
Cam Thurman did it.
It's a
Just
strategy.
having a
It
big
works.
body out there.
How is a Cook transfer from Georgetown? What do we know about him?
Well, a Cook's gonna spread the floor out. He can oddly shoot threes. If you look, every year he's been up and down shooting from the perimeter. Last year at Georgetown he shot under 30% from three, but then at UConn he shot over 45% from three. So
He went to UConn,
yeah, that's where he's originally from.
so he transferred from Georgetown. So his first school was UConn. Then he
Yeah, UConn to Georgetown, then Georgetown to WVU.
okay. So
And on the
just,
defensive end, he's going to get his blocks too. Him and Jesse are going to collect a lot of blocks, but other than that, there's not much defense left on this team. So it'll be interesting.
so what kind of team do you think we'll have? What type of style of play should we look forward to?
They got to go fast pace for Kerr, I think, coming
Press.
from Arizona.
press? Any type of defense?
I don't think you can press with
Oh.
this team.
Got you.
It's too. There's not enough depth.
Now, we spoke about Ofri. I think he'll be good, 6'6", freshman, but he has the experience of a pro. What about Quinn?
Kaczynski.
What about Quinn? What do you think?
I think Quinn and a Cook were huge pickups just because after Huggs and then that transition to Coach Eilert, I mean they needed to recruit 4 or 5 guys from the transfer portal late summer. So with getting Quinn put up good numbers at Iona. He originally has played at Louisville, so he has Power 5 experience. So I think Quinn should be playing that 6-man role. Have somebody off the bench that can put up 10 points a game.
6'9",
Especially
230.
now.
What does he play? Small forward, power forward?
I think he's a true 4.
Yeah, I like him. I mean, from what I watched in practice, I like him. Pat, he has a lot of potential. It's just like a switch he has to turn on. But once he figures it out, Pat Sumnick. Once he figures it out,
he's the glue guy this year.
Excuse
for
me?
sure. He's the glue guy.
What do you mean? What do you mean by that? What is a glue guy? Explain that to the people who might not know, like myself.
Yeah, I think Pat's like your gritty hustle guy that can get loose balls.
So he's Gabe.
Yeah, a Gabe light. He's
John,
a
you were
Gabe
the glue
light.
guy of your team.
Yeah, John, you were a glue guy.
I mean, everybody was a glue guy. Wells.
No, you kept everybody's spirits up in a way that everyone attributed the success to.
It's not a glue guy. Ethan didn't say anything about spirits. But Karen Thurman,
Your
Joe
teammates called you a glue guy. What do you fucking want from me? Yell at them.
Joe Mazzulla, everybody was a tough, you know what I mean? Like, we was all thugs. You feel me?
You had to be in the Big East. Everyone
Yeah,
was
like-
thugs in the
You had
Big
to be
East.
tough. You were getting cussed out for free. Trademark Final Forecast.
Facts. Got cussed
So
out for
true.
free.
Ethan, have you been attending any practices?
I have not. I
Oh.
have no idea what this team's, especially now if Raekwon's appeal stands. I have no idea what this team's going to look like. I think they have to play fast offensively.
I
but
think
they
we
can't
said that even
be
before
perfect
this
in-
happened, right? Isn't
Yeah.
that something that we had discussed at the beginning of the season or beginning of the year
Yes.
when we kind of knew who the guys were going to be? We kept saying we were going to have to play faster. We talked about that, right?
That's even what Josh said, like play faster, you know.
Yeah.
Raekwon
I
is
feel like they would have had to play fast even if they had Huggs still. They would have
Yeah.
had to adjust the offense for Kerr. He wouldn't have fit in that traditional slow offense.
The question is though, if Huggins were still coaching, I don't know that he would have changed his style though for one
skating
person.
on thin ice, pal.
He would have had to.
I just don't know that he
He
would
would have
have.
had to. Kerr came from an offense at Arizona that they played so damn fast that they were putting up 80, 90 points with no effort.
Oh shit.
I
I hope we're there.
I think he's a good enough player that he would have adjusted if Huggs didn't change it or if he did, but Huggs would have had to change it. And I think Josh is modifying that offense a little bit to cater to Kerr.
Nice. I'm not mad at that.
I mean,
As long as we can pull it off.
so to wrap it up, I mean, we're not dead without Quan. Like, there's still hope for the season. But that was a huge loss. I mean,
Yeah.
to me, he's an NBA player. Just because I really couldn't guard him in the summertime. I mean, I'm getting old and all that, but like he was just different. And I don't say that about, I don't give a lot of players their props.
No, you don't. You don't at all.
At all. Like, at all.
You think you could have guarded him in your prime?
Yeah, that's been easy. Because he's just, yeah, it's been, yeah. That's not even a question. But I could have guarded a lot of players in my prime, you know what I mean? And I did guard a lot of players in my prime, so. Yeah, I mean, it's still hope for the team. Like, we got a lot of pieces. Someone just has to step up.
I think that is the key, right? And that's what we said last year, though, too. I think that's been one of our issues that has been ongoing is having that leader, right? That one person. Are you annoyed, John?
I'm not answering Dave's question you wrote on the board.
Oh, I didn't see the show notes. I'm sorry. I thought you were
But,
annoyed by me for saying that. I was like, really? You're annoyed by that?
No, I didn't even hear what you said. I was so disgusted by what Dave wrote on the board. I wasn't even paying attention. But
I don't understand why you would be disgusted by that. It's a valid question. Do you think he gives him another year to make his case with all these setbacks that are beyond his control?
read your question, Dave. Ask your question.
I said, do you think Ren potentially gives Josh and the program another year to establish itself after the amount of work that they've had to do to get to the point where they are now, and they're still facing setbacks from an organization that has no accountability? So do they get another year? Because everything that we were told before is like they'll open a national search at the end of the year. Josh has a chance to prove himself, but do you still go that route if you haven't had a fair shake?
I like that you think that that anybody's going to be fair. You know what I mean? Like, I think that if the NCAA has taught us anything, it's that it's not about fair. It's about doing what you got to do.
And then they waited this long to tell us no. Like, you knew, like,
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
They just do dumb shit.
And then the appeal's going to take 10 to 14 days if it
they'll
actually
drag
does.
it on.
Yeah,
They'll drag it on. Make us and
they
shit.
shouldn't they shouldn't be able to do just whatever the fuck they want to do. Like,
I
at least,
agree.
like,
I
if
agree.
if someone has an appeal, like, we knew this in the summertime when he first got here. Like,
Yeah,
playing
that's
with
what I'm
kids'
saying.
lives now.
We've known this.
like, what is going on? Like, they have to have some type of rules too. Like, who's governing them?
Agreed.
Because that's
I want a day in the life. I want to shadow an NCAA compliance office member for one day. I want to see what they do.
They're drinking coffee.
Ooh, can we
and-
pitch that? I want to join. I want to be
Go
able
to,
I just
go
want
to
to sit in their office.
Indianapolis. Go to Indy for one day, 9 to 5. Go in that office.
Like,
shadow
how long
them.
does it take? Like if a file comes on my desk, like, all right, this is the kid. He went through this. He went through this. He
Yeah, but you
transferred
can't be
this.
seen doing it quick enough. Then people will expect more of you.
I'm like, what? Like, it just doesn't make sense to me.
I mean, we're talking about an 8-hour work day. Granted, I'm sure they're not just doing appeals all day long. However,
there's probably a office for that, just appeals, right? It's
you're
the
probably
NCAA.
right?
I mean,
Like, there
so-
should be. There's probably multiple people in there looking over these applications. I want to. Yes, can we pull back the curtain here? Little Wizard of Oz action. Like, I want to know who the man behind the curtain is. And I want to know how they do it. Because I swear to God, if they have 4 interns sitting there flipping through these applications, I'm going to be pissed.
They've just got names on a dartboard, and that's how they determine who gets a waiver or not.
That's it.
Flip a coin.
Yeah. All right, Tony, shoot at the basket, man. If you get it, he gets it. If not, he's over, man.
What are these voices tonight? We gave away one waiver to North Carolina. We have to deny the next 13, just to be fair.
Yeah, well, I mean, one year they go from accepting everybody, then the next year they go to denying essentially everybody. It's only last month the stat came out: 18% of student transfers have been approved.
And you know why they're doing it? To clean up the mess that they fucking started with the transfer
they
portal to
created.
begin with.
Yeah.
Like,
It's
all
funny,
you
isn't
got to
it?
do is just put in some regulation. You just need to clearly define your rules and regulations. That is all. And the amount of money that the NCAA makes, there is no excuse. None.
This is the type of stuff where the Power 5 conferences and those teams will just leave. They'll
That's
just
it.
group together
Because
and
here-
leave. That's what's going to end up happening.
And you kind of feel it. You kind of feel it on the precipice, right? Like, with all this movement with these conferences, and they're just getting bigger. It almost feels like that's the intention. Something's got to give. Something's going to break. And honestly, you're right. If the Power 5 schools basically said, "Fuck you, we're going to start our own thing," nothing stops them from doing that.
Nope.
Nothing.
Sounds like another avenue for JFlow Entertainment to expand, organizing a national conference for basketball.
Just saying.
I mean, I would if I could. I mean, is that like the school sign with the NCAA?
Yeah.
Like,
How does that work? That's the other
Uh.
thing too. I think the NCAA has just always been this entity. Like, how did it get? I need to do some research. I want to know how it got started. I want to know what begot the NCAA.
It used to be the NIT. Used to be the league. Like, it used to be the main league that everybody wanted to play in. And then
Really?
at some point, it changed over to the NCAA. Is it a challenge, Ash?
Yeah, the NIT tournament used to be like the.
Wait. Ash is challenging me.
I didn't challenge you.
Go ahead, Ethan.
I was gonna add on the NIT, like back in the 40s and 50s, like way back, was like that was winning March Madness.
Really?
Yeah.
Who is
That-
this shadowy entity that came into the picture out of nowhere?
Yeah, I think it might be time for another one now. You know what I mean?
I think so.
J Flow Entertainment.
You want to be commissioner, John?
The FLOW, come play.
I think the biggest dork of WVU Twitter should be the commissioner.
Yeah,
I don't disagree with that.
Who's the commissioner?
Ethan Bock.
No, who's the commissioner of the NCAA right now? Like, who are we holding accountable for these actions?
Yes,
they have the
let's find
nerve
out.
to
His
have
name
a
is
Twitter
Charlie
page.
Charlie Baker.
Charlie?
Charlie Baker.
Wow.
Big CB.
Oh, he's new. So he's probably the reason why all these.
He's probably trying to clean up a mess.
He was the 72nd governor of Massachusetts.
Charlie assumed the duties of the NCAA sixth president.
Within 3 weeks of him being hired, they changed the transfer rule that you get one free transfer, and then after that you need the waiver. 3 weeks right after he got hired. So there's your connecting the dots moment.
I mean, I can't blame him though. He just stepped into this role. You know what I mean? And it was such a shit show before.
That is
like,
true.
Everything was. So I
But
can't
what
But
really-
it would be different if it were fair. It just doesn't feel. It doesn't feel fair, right? Like
But I
it
just
feels
don't
like
understand why there needs to be this intermediary body to determine if a kid goes to another college. That's what I just do not understand.
that's legit. That's legit.
because then it would be out of control.
How is it already not? Is what I'm saying. Like,
There would be like so say like a school is really good. It would be like super teams basically. Like all the best kids would just go to the same school. Like it doesn't matter. It wouldn't. You have classes now. Like okay, the kid can come in this way. So if all the rules were taken out, the good kids from that are freshmen coming in, they would just go join the other kids, and it would be powerhouses. So
you want to hear some crazy shit?
fucking love it.
The NCAA took in $1.06 billion in revenue. Over 82% of that was generated by the Division I men's basketball tournament alone. 82 fucking percent.
And John got cussed out for free. Trayvon Final Forecast.
well, what were the expenses though? I want to know how much it costs to put on the NCAA tournament. It has to be a lot of money.
Well, it's one of those things.
Well, but here's the
where,
thing.
like,
Does it though? Because you got TV rights, so you're making money off ESPN. You're making money off all of your sponsors. So really, you're making out like a bandit on the backside.
tax
But
breaks
we don't know
from
how
the-
much-
the cities that host the events, so that they have those events.
That's right.
there.
Yep.
Tax break isn't a expense. I mean, it's not expense. It's just a break.
No, but the city gets
Let's
like
think-
tax
Okay,
breaks
so
for
let's
hosting
think
those
about
events.
your alumni games and stuff,
That's
right?
exactly what I'm thinking about.
Did
on
you
the
pay-
scale of the NCAA tournament?
Yeah.
Like what? So the school, the arena that we're having the game at is going to want their share. We got to pay a bunch of staff, and this is
A
I'm
lot of
just
those
going by
things
the
have
staff of alumni
volunteers,
games.
not really staff.
You got to pay Dave.
Well, yeah,
I mean,
you're
I
right.
just.
Yeah, here's the thing: you are gonna have to pay
I know-
salaries. Duh.
I know how much I pay Dave. Could you imagine how much the guy working in Dave's position for the NCAA gets paid? I mean, he's probably he's living on cheat lake for sure.
John, $1 billion.
It's up
I don't
there.
really like cheat
Revenue, $1 billion.
Then the tournament is all over. It's what, like, how many different venues? 16 or so to start?
8.
Eight.
But
Regional.
those cities compete for the bid to host those games, though, because they
So you
make
think
up
they're
they make up money from like tourism and local sales and stuff like that. So they will go at a loss to host these events a lot of the time.
Holy shit. Oh, so now this all makes sense. I want to read this out loud real quick. 2 things. First of all, economists have subsequently characterized the NCAA as a quote cartel. On June 21st of 2021, the Supreme Court of the United States unanimously ruled that the education-related benefit caps that the NCAA imposes on student athletes are in violation of U.S. antitrust law. Now it makes sense as to why Patrick Morrissey made that statement. This is interesting. This is interesting stuff, guys.
so we have hope.
I'll try and
think we
find an
do.
expert on the NCAA to answer some questions, and maybe we'll take questions from the audience.
Do
That
we
is-
have any lawyer friends who specialize in antitrust law?
I think people at Chambers and the law school might know. I can ask around.
Okay, find out.
The men's tournament budget for 2018-2019 senior season was $28 million, while the women's was $14 million.
$1 billion.
Yeah, that's Sheesh.
Just
What was
saying,
the
it's
percentage?
doable.
What was the percentage that March Madness does alone? You said
82%.
82.
82%.
That's insane.
Yeah, I'm going to work for the NCAA.
Yeah, that makes sense because the college football playoff, that's not technically the NCAA.
And that's exactly right. So,
That's why that number's so damn high. Mm-hmm. They can't afford to lose March Madness.
no, they can't. If they lose March Madness, they are
That's
literally
why they
out.
that's why they want to expand it, make it 88 teams, 90 teams.
Yep.
What's in your cup, Ethan?
Water.
Can alcohol
Muscle
in
milk
there.
because he's gains.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So many games.
All right, I gotta go get to my babies. Talk to y'all later. You guys got anything else? Dave, you got something?
No, I'm good. But thank you, Ethan, for joining the show today.
Yes, thank you, Ethan, for your
Thanks
insight. as
for letting the
always.
dork. Thanks for letting the dork
The
hop
biggest dork on WV Tweets.
Do you guys still go at it behind the scenes? I have to wonder. Does he give you
No.
shit? Does he slap?
This has been another episode of a Final Forecast. I want you guys to go home and think about, what bus drivers do in between dropping you off at school and then picking you up. What goes on? Like, what do they do? They
Second
not on the
jobs.
bus? Where do they go?
Feels very Twilight Zone. Do, do, do.
Let's figure that out. Any bus drivers listening, please call in, because I'm curious. I want to know, like, what are you doing during the day?
Hang out the bus garage.
John,
duh.
John, are you drunk? Like, what is
I
this
just want to
question?
know. I just want to know.
Why do you use Twitter and this show like Google for people? Like,
Ethan, do you know what bus drivers do?
I would assume they just chill. They just sit in their bus.
Sounds like a great
Right?
job.
Just waiting for school to end, man.
Yeah.
this is a great way to kick off having regular episodes again. Just asking the tough questions, like, what do bus drivers do?
Well, think about that. A lovely co-host, Ash.
That's me. Oh my God.